Thank you, Tommy. Wasn't Holly's keynote wonderful? All of you are in tears. That's a wonderful thing. This is a celebration. You have done it. You have made it. You have persevered. And now we come to the part of the ceremony when we get to recognize each of you individually. You get to come on stage. A little nervous? Don't be. If you made it through this program these last 2 years, you can make it up those 3 steps. I promise. Well, what we've brought for you is some certificates that show that you have a specialization in mental health counseling. And it's beautiful. And you can frame it. And you can put it on your wall in your office. And you can make copies of it. And you can put it in your office at home. And you can, wherever you want to put it, just anywhere. Because they're beautiful. And it will go very nicely with that diploma. And then there's pens. And the pen symbolizes your completion of your master's degree. What an accomplishment. You are just now starting to realize what that means, and in the weeks, months, and years to come. Only a small percentage of the population make it to this point to get a graduate degree, and you are in that small percentage of people. Now, the pen is my personal favorite because I get to give it to you. And beyond that, well, the certificate you hang on the wall. The pen, you get to wear it. Wear it proudly, every day. Wear it to bed. No, I'm just kidding. It might make it that comfortable. But it's a wonderful thing, and I know that you will wear it proudly. And now, Dean Rigney is going to tell you a little bit about the other thing that you're receiving this evening and the meaning of the hood. Dean Rigney.
Thank you, Dean Bryant. Before I do that, I want to take a moment of privilege to echo the words of Tommy and others as we thank all of those here at Mountain Empire, at Big Stone Gap, and thank Dr. Suarez for his wonderful support. And I want to tell you, it's an exciting night. I'm excited because I get to bring you greetings from Lindsey Wilson College over in Columbia, Kentucky, that many of you have seen. And greetings from President Bill Luckey and from the Board of Trustees and the staff there, to your fine staff here, and to all of you in the audience. I'm excited here because you have some wonderful, wonderful folks that work with you here. And you've already met Tommy Saragas, and you've already heard from Dr. Holly Abel. And I would also like to recognize the faculty that have worked here. Many of the faculty have worked with students who are graduating tonight. Without these fine individuals, this could not have happened. So faculty, would you stand? And Dr. Bryant, who supervises the faculty, would you stand, and let's recognize and thank all of you. Well, I hear great things. I hear great things about this class. And from those that I have met, I know that is true. It is wonderful to have faculty come back to the campus and say, what an incredible class we have. And it does excite me. And you know, another thing that excites me is that as of tonight, there will be 10 new clinical counselors who will be working in this community. And you will be changing lives. And you've got great careers of service ahead of you. And that is incredibly exciting to think about the things that you will do. And that brings me to the real reason that I'm at the podium, and that is to tell you about the last part of the ceremony that is going to happen momentarily. And that is to tell you about the hood. You see, hooding is a very old tradition. It comes from the master trades. And from this story, we've learned that an individual who seriously and fervently desired to study a trade and to become a part of a trade would seek out a master. And upon finding that master, would ask that master to take them on as a understudy, as an apprentice. And they would study under the master, and they would work under the master's guidance. And it was only when the master thought that the apprentice was ready, they would call for a gathering and for a feast, typically. And somewhere that evening, they would call the apprentice forward, and they would present the apprentice to those present. And with that, say, you now have finished this course of study, and you too are a master. Hence the master's degree. But it also means a bit more than that. In fact, a lot more than that, because not only are you getting a master's degree tonight, and not only have a pretty tough group of faculty said that you have mastered the profession to the extent that you deserve this recognition, but you also are entering a very, very fine and noble profession, a profession of service. And so not only do you receive a degree, but this is our time to say to you that we are pleased to welcome you as a colleague, and to tell you that we are glad and honored to welcome you to the profession. So as this hood is placed on your shoulders, let me say to you all, welcome to the profession. Let's move forward with the ceremony.
Graduates, please stand. Families, feel free to come up and take pictures of your loved one as they cross the stage. Susan Boggs Bowling.